Welcome, everybody, to The Adult Chair. I'm Pete Wright, and I'm here with Michelle Chalfant. Michelle, hello.
Hello, hello.
Happy spring. Happy spring.
Yeah.
Tis
Happy
in the
Easter.
air.
Happy Passover.
All of the above.
All of the above.
I called my parents, and they're in Oklahoma. And they have a community of friends around them. I called them on Easter. And I did a FaceTime, I did the video. Mm-hmm. And he says, hey, everybody's here, because I was born there. And they, so I know all these, now older people. And they scream to me. They scream, Happy Chocolate Jesus. What? Is that, that's like offensive on many levels, I think.
Yeah. Chocolate
I got a nice laugh out of it. I got a good laugh out of it. Happy Chocolate Jesus. Anyway, we are talking about a new technique today. We're talking about EFT, and I don't even know what that means, so I'm very excited for you to educate me on this. Before we get into it, however, you should learn more about the show. If you are a new listener, head over to theadultchair.com. That'll take you right to the show. You can subscribe to the show for free. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter. All links directly from there. And call us, 931-463-3813. When you call that number, you can leave us a voicemail and share your stories, your questions, your comments, and get your voice on the show. And that is the end of old business. On to EFT. What is EFT? Now, I have heard, we have a mutual friend who has told me he wants to do EFT on me, and he never has, mostly because why would you let somebody do something you don't know what it is to you?
I would think your friend wouldn't hurt you, because I know who your friend is.
I would think so, but sometimes he looks at me sideways, and he's a little shifty.
Well, it's so interesting to me because I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I think that everybody knows what this EFT is. And it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Basically, it's a way to help us to get unstuck, to put it in real easy language. EFT, what we do, it's a tapping technique where we're working with a meridian system of the body, which is exactly what an acupuncturist would use. And instead of putting needles in, we're going to tap different endpoints.
Like literally, you're saying tapping. You mean like tapping with your fingers on your body?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And 20 years ago, when I first was introduced to this, it was this really long, you're humming procedure and process. And it took a while. It worked great, but it took a really long time. And over the years, they've kind of whittled it down and changed a couple of the points or omitted a few of them. So it's really easy. It's really easy and it's really quick. And it's all about getting ourselves unstuck. And if we look at it in the framework of the chairs that we talk about, is when we get really stuck in an old story or an assumption and we start getting that panicky feeling or any emotion where we feel stuck, this is amazing. And it actually is amazing also for physical pain. Any kind of physical pain, it's worth a try. I say try it on every single thing you can think of. It helps, in my words, it helps the emotion to move through. The reason that we get stuck in an emotion, like when people say, gosh, I've been crying for 2 days with the sadness or this grief or whatever it is, it's because we are resisting the emotion and at the same time it's trying to move through us. Because emotions actually move through when we are feeling them. But when they start coming in, if they're negative emotions, we also resist. So again, it's two forces pushing in the opposite, two forces pushing against each other so they can get stuck.
And this is what, when you think about like when we get stuck in an emotional kind of emotional puzzle, right? It's in that we're kind of stuck in the adolescent chair, right? Yeah. We haven't yet been able to move through and see things quite with the rationality that comes with the adult chair. And that's what I'm hearing you say is, when we kind of use this technique, it's one that can help us move into the adult chair to be able to see more clearly.
Yeah, it basically it kind of softens the adolescent because it's the adolescent part of us, it's the ego part that's blocking the feeling.
Okay.
Remember that part of us does not know what to do with the feeling, so it stops the feeling. It just wants to stop it. And the child part of us, the inner child, is having this beautiful feeling rise up. And I say beautiful, even if it's sadness or grief or depression. It's a feeling. And what we want to learn how to do is let these feelings come up and through us. So when the feeling comes up, here comes that ego or the adolescent or the mind, whatever you want to call it. It blocks it. It stops it from moving. So then it's stuck. So then this is one of the times that I would use this technique, this EFT.
Okay. So can you, now that we've sort of talked about what it is and what it's for, is it something that you can describe on the podcast, how we might use it to move through some bit of stuck?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you, maybe I could work with you?
You have standing permission. I am your lab
I need
rat.
a guinea pig.
I am.
Yeah. So do you have, and I think I said this, I don't remember, I'm going to say it again. This works with physical pain too. So physical or emotional, anything. And in my personal opinion too, anything physical always begins on the emotional level. Okay. So if we're not in touch with anything, if I don't feel supported, let's just say, and I don't know how to speak up about it, it's really ironic then when my low back starts hurting because then there's a physical manifestation of not feeling supported, which what does the back do for us? It supports us. It
supports us, right.
Is that interesting? There's a lot of metaphors with what's going on emotionally and what's going on physically when we sit and dig deep. So back to you, Pete.
Okay. All right.
What do you want to work on? Give me anything physical or emotional that you might be experiencing.
I'm going to choose physical for 1,000, Michelle.
Okay.
I've got, this is one of those things where it started a couple of weeks ago. It was one of those really stupid things where I was in the shower and I'm washing my hair and I turned my neck somehow funny and I slept funny and it twisted, right? It does that neck twist thing. And I have been dealing with, it's all but recovered, but I'm still dealing with a significant amount of soreness on my right sort of shoulder blade kind of leading up to my neck as I think it's the fatigue of like coddling myself too much, trying not to hurt myself again. But I definitely, my neck hurts.
So if you could so the first thing that we do is we rate the pain. Well, again, whether it's emotional or physical. So if it's an emotional, I would still say on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being nothing and 10 being off the chart. Let's tune into your pain on your neck or shoulder. Where is it exactly? Tell me, put it in one sentence where it is.
You mean where on my shoulders? Where on my body?
On your body. Yeah. Is it your shoulder or your neck?
It's the space between. It's that right below your neck, kind of on the right side. Okay. I can reach up on my shoulder, and if I put my hand on my shoulder, my fingertips kind of hit the center of the pain.
Okay, and are you calling it? You would call what you're feeling pain? Yes,
I would, and it's the kind of surprise pain where if I'm standing here not doing anything, not moving, I don't feel it at all. But as soon as I turn my head to the right, it comes out like a shot. I'd say it's about a 6 right now.
I want you to again, if we're working with emotional or physical pain, I want you to intensify the pain. So if you are feeling this pain, make it as turn it in the place where it will create the most pain. Like turn your head or your neck or your shoulder or whatever. And you said it goes up to a 6, or can we bring it up even more?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, no, I can shoot that up to an 8 probably. I mean,
an 8.
I figure any more and I'll fall over.
Okay. So for people that are listening and thinking that they have an emotional issue, do the same thing. So if you're feeling depression, really amp it up. Like really get into that feeling of depression or feeling of sadness or grief or whatever it is. So here's what we're going to do. Here's the basic setup phrase that we use. What you're going to do is tap what we call the karate chop point on the side of your hand. So if you were to karate chop some boards in front of you, you know that point, the meaty part of your hand, okay?
Right.
Just tap that right now.
Either hand, does it matter?
Doesn't matter. Nope.
Okay, so I'm like holding my right hand in kind of a karate chop shape, right?
Yep.
And I am using my middle finger and fourth finger on my left hand to tap upwards onto the meaty part.
Yeah, you're just using your whole hand and tapping that karate chop point.
Okay.
The whole meaty side of one hand.
Okay.
So just tap that. One hand's going to tap the karate chop.
Got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to repeat after me. We're going to do this 3 times in a row. So even though I feel this, and I want to put it in your words. You said, would you call it intense pain? Give it your own words.
Even though I feel this sharp pain.
Perfect. Even though I feel this sharp pain.
Even though I feel this sharp pain.
I deeply and profoundly. Love and accept myself. Say it again. Even though I feel this sharp pain. I deeply and profoundly.
Love and accept myself.
Take a deep breath. Okay, one more time. Even though
I feel this sharp pain, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself.
Perfect. And you're tapping the whole time, correct?
I'm tapping the whole time.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to move, and you can do both sides of the body or one. So let's just do the one side. So now with a couple of your fingers, tap. There's an eyebrow point, so it's right above the bridge of your nose, right where your eyebrow starts. Just tap that point there lightly.
Just right between my eyebrows.
You're tapping the end of one of the eyebrows.
Okay, so it's slightly off center.
Yes, wherever it begins on your face. Tap right there. And you're just going to say, this sharp pain. Is that what you call it? Sharp pain.
Yes.
This sharp pain.
So
tap there. Perfect.
This sharp pain.
Perfect. Keep tapping. Now go to the side of the eye. And that means the bone that's on the outside part of the eye.
Okay.
Where that bone begins. Not the temple, but just right outside the eyeball. Okay, so tap there and say, this sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Perfect. Underneath the eye, this sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Take a breath. Deep breath. Belly breath. Good. Underneath the nose, tap there. This sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Underneath the chin, right in the middle of the chin, tap there. This sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Keep breathing. And then you're going to move down, and you're going to tap what's called the collarbone point. And I want you to take your hand and let it travel down your collarbone toward the middle till you hit the end of one of your collarbones, and then come down probably about half an inch. And you'll notice there's like a little divot or a little indentation as you feel it? And it's often sore. Is it kind of sore as you rub it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's called the sore spot. It's actually called your K27. It's your kidney meridian endpoint. So tap that point again and say, this sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Take a deep breath. And then you're going to tap underneath your arm, which is where like a woman's bra strap would be. Tap under there with one hand and say, this sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Okay.
It's kind of a sore spot there too.
And then go on the top of your head, and just like on the top of your head, just tap there a few times. Like sometimes go in a circle and then right in the middle of my head. And I'll say again, this sharp pain.
This sharp pain.
Perfect. Take a breath again. And then I want you to squeeze your wrist twice. And then one more deep breath. And then I want you to tune into your pain.
Okay. Sound like a
What?
That is certifiably bananas.
What happened?
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I thought, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, well, clearly I'm phoning it in. There's no way she can lead me through this on its podcast. There's no way she can do this, because I'm not kidding. 2 minutes ago, I could reach my shoulder up and put my middle finger right in the center of the pain in my shoulder 2 minutes ago. And I've been dealing with this for 2 weeks. And it was painful. I could turn my head and look into my closet, and I couldn't actually see into my closet, which is 90 degrees to the left of me, because it would hurt to the point where I'd have to pivot and turn my shoulders. And it is gone now.
Are you serious? Like 100% gone?
Yes. No, I can't feel it. I reach up and I touch it and I poke it, and I'm like poking myself, thinking clearly something is broken. What Michelle just did was some sort of a nerve thing, and I'm numb. Clearly there's a part of me that's numb. I feel like I could be stabbed in the back, and I wouldn't know it because you have tricked me somehow. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Well,
How has it not been? You said you've been listening to this, doing this for 20 years. How have I not? I should have listened to our mutual friend.
Yes, you should have.
I've been calling him a charlatan for 15 years. That was amazing. Okay, wait a minute. So is this like? Okay, what did I just do? So I did the karate chop point. What is that? What does that represent again?
It doesn't even matter. That's what's so great about this technique. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know what each point means. They're the ends of different God, you don't even need to know this. That's what's so cool.
Okay. Well, I do need to know this.
Meridians. Okay. They are the ends of our meridians.
You have put me in a space of mysticism. Like I feel like this is. Do you know? This is horrible that I'm. So, but what I do need to know is this: can I, like, let's say my pain is no longer in my shoulder. Let's say it's my lower back. Do I do the same points?
Same. That's why I love this now. It's so much easier. Yes, just do the same points.
There was no humming. There was no like incense. Yeah. This was
that. In the old days, we used to have to hum songs, and it was kind of crazy. Yeah, no, gone, done.
That's certifiably bananas. How well that works. I can't believe it. I'm honest. I'm stunned. I came in here thinking, oh, this is a technique she's gonna teach me. We're gonna do a video, and it's gonna be one where I'm gonna go to. You just changed my life with that again. Like that was legit.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Ugh.
I love when I change your life.
Goodness.
So here's the other thing that we can use this with, which is so cool. We talked on one of our podcasts about like addictions. And with you wanting to eat something that wasn't healthy for you, or really, honest to God, we can use this on any addiction, by the way. If someone is trying to quit smoking or not eat certain foods, or if you're dieting and you're dying to eat chocolate or ice cream, whatever the heck it is, we can use this technique to stop the craving.
Do I say the same stuff?
Same thing.
Even though I feel this craving.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Even though I would name it, right? I feel this craving for corn chips, or right, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah. It's amazing. It really works that fast. It really does. It's kind of crazy.
I've been doing this on the microphone. I've been on the microphone doing podcasts, and I've been on television, and for years. This has been a career for me for many, many years. I am rarely reduced to a blubbering idiot. It is rare when I am reduced to a giddy, laughing idiot, and that's what happened today. Congratulations.
Wow.
That was awesome.
That's so cool. I love it.
That was awesome.
I love it. So
you have actually. I don't know why you would even need it. Clearly, you don't need a video, but you've prepared a video to walk people through this.
Yeah, so then they can look at the points and watch me go through it on myself. But here's the thing: I'd like to now let's just pretend if someone, I'm sure people are going to be listening to this and trying it at home, and they don't have the result that you have. Then we go through it again. So let's just pretend like your pain went down to a 2 or a 3, or this is really interesting. Your pain sometimes moves. So sometimes when I'm working with people with physical pain, from their shoulder, let's say, to their left knee, and they're like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, it doesn't matter. Let's do it. Let's go. So then we'll go, okay, even though I have this pain in my knee, and we go through it. It's kind of crazy. So you just keep tapping, just whatever shows up. It's like the layering of an onion.
Yeah.
So whether it's emotional pain or physical pain, and sometimes when we're working physical pain, people will say, okay, it's my lower back. So we start with the lower back, and then what do you know comes out might be something like, well, now I'm feeling this really strong emotion of not feeling supported. Okay, let's say that. I track people, whatever they're saying, that's the next thing I'm going to tap on.
Wow. Okay.
And I just keep going. But here's the thing. You don't have to use that setup statement that even though I have this blah, 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 I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. You only do that when a brand new issue comes up. Like we're trying to get to the core. So when whatever we think is the core, then we're going to do that all over again.
Okay.
Now in session, of course, there's some nuances to the, I mean, I do a few little things that are different or more intense or change the wording. But this very basic version I just gave you works pretty much with everybody. It's so easy. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
I'm telling you, for years, I've been making fun of our friend, calling him, what, are you going to slap me? You going to do the slapping thing again? I've been joking about it. I have been ridiculing this technique. That I feel like I need to call him right away and apologize. That's amazing.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
So we've got a video that is going to be up on the website. You can head over to just hit up theadultchair.com, and you can jump over to Michelle's site and you can see the video. It's on the resources page. It will also be in the show notes of this very episode in the podcast. Share this far and wide, people. It's amazing. Amazing.
More to come. Gosh, if you like this, I've got a whole tool basket here I can give you. So we'll do more and more fun tools.
Bring it.
It's all about getting unstuck. Got to get people unstuck and getting their energy flowing.
I love it. I'm gonna go over to 7-Eleven right now, and I'm just gonna stand in the chip aisle and start tapping.
You can. I mean, really.
This is so good.
It helps get rid of cravings, you'll see.
Oh, it's fantastic. Michelle, thank you as always. This is wonderful. What a fantastic gift. I can't wait to get this out to people.
Awesome. I'm so happy. Gosh, who would have thought?
Not I. I'm sitting here phoning it in around the mic. I'm trying not to tap the mic. There's no way this is going to work, I'm saying to myself, because I'm a goofball and I can't, it's gone. It's gone. I got to go. Awesome. I feel like I need to go to the gym. Thank you, Michelle. On behalf of the wonderful Michelle Chalfant, I'm Pete Wright. We'll catch you next week on The Adult Chair.